Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share.
Recently, I received a question from a subscriber, and she asked me, is it possible to stir-fry kale? And I thought that is a great idea because kale is a nutritional powerhouse. So I created this dish with the template that I already have with the following ingredients. In this template, I'm going to use ground pork, which I think will go very well with kale. I'm also going to add some purple cabbage as well as some great northern beans. This is the first time for me to stir-fry kale in the wok, but I'm using my basic stir-fry vegetable template, and I'm pretty confident that it will come out well. I'm going to first stir-fry some ground pork. This is about 8 ounces of ground pork right here. I'm going to cook the pork first. This will give me a chance to brown the pork as well as make sure they are thoroughly cooked. By knowing the texture of the kale, I think it will go very well with the flavor of the pork. I'm going to take about 30 seconds to make sure the pork is nicely browned. This will make the pork slightly crunchy, and that gives a very nice flavor. For vegetable, I'm going to start out with a bit carrot. This will give the dish some nice flavor and color. I have cut the kale in advance. I cut them up into small pieces and I store them in a plastic container before I use it. You can see there's a lot of kale and it fills the wok really well, and this is the reason why a 14-inch wok is preferred. A 12-inch wok just would not be big enough to accommodate all these vegetables. I decided to add some purple cabbage. First of all, it will give another flavor and texture to the dish, and also it gives color to the dish. So as you can see, I'm creating this dish as I am going along. Now this is the advantage of advanced prepping because instead of using purple cabbage, you could have used onion or any vegetable that you might have on hand in your prep. I have a friend, she just loves advanced prepping. She said she could now create so many different type of dishes. And she said she never get tired of cooking anymore. Here I have some food particle burned to the bottom of the wok, and I sprinkle some water over it, and I use my wok spatula, and it's easily to be scraped off. This is my spot cleaning method. Next, I'm going to add some more water to steam the vegetables. I'm going to season this dish first off with some lemon pepper, and this is followed by some onion flakes, and I use some other seasoning agents from masala dabur. It has 7 of my most frequently used seasoning agents. The masala dabur is wonderful because when I open up the masala dabur, I have all those seasoning agents in front of me, give me the opportunity to experiment and to find the flavor that I love. If you don't have a masala dabur, I strongly encourage you to get one because that's the best way for you to experiment of how you're going to season your dish. Next, I'm going to add about half can of the great northern beans. It is going to depend on how much you like the beans. In my case, I do not want to add too much beans so that it will not overwhelm the other ingredients in the dish. I add the bean toward the end because the beans are already cooked and I do not want them to get them too soft. Well, a few quick stir to mix the ingredients and to make sure to warm up the beans. The dish is done. I do a quick taste test to make sure this is the taste that I want. The total cook time of this dish is a bit less than 8 minutes. So what is the verdict of this dish? As I predicted, the kale go really well with the ground pork. And the beans actually go very well with the flavor of the kale as well. Because kale has a strong flavor, so it counterbalances between the flavor of the ground pork as well as the bean. As I've mentioned in the beginning, I have never stir-fried kale before, but I think this dish turned out to be one of those dishes. I think I'm going to cook it again, probably with some modifications. After tasting it, I think next time I will add some onion. Cooking this dish is a good example of template-based cooking because I already have a template to cook this kind of dish, so substituting kale with other vegetable is not a difficult task to achieve. Well, another modification to this dish is that I could substitute the ground pork with tofu, and this definitely will make the dish healthier. So as you can see with my fast cooking system that you use flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and templates-based cooking, you can continue to create new templates as well as new dishes.
Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.